Okay, I think it's time that we give all the love and applause to the man that you have been busting to see. And who knows, he just might be able to connect with someone that you are thinking about now. Start making some noise and banging your hands together for David the Medium.
Hello. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Hello, everyone. There we go. Oh my gosh, wow. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Welcome to what is my second, but I'm speechless about the crowd size and just how special it is. I won't be speechless all night. I promise we'll get talking. But no, a big thank you to everyone for coming. It's so good to be back in my home turf. I mean, not that I left because I live here, but just to have a home. Thank you. Yeah, good. That's what we want. We want love.
It's all right. He doesn't leave Port Melbourne that often, to be honest with you.
No, I didn't realise COVID had finished. I was always just within the 5K bubble anyway. So.
He's a busy cat dad, so,
No, but it is great to be back, and it's just, I mean, how many people actually were able to come to the first show? Is there anyone? Oh, okay, so it's a real sort of new crowd, which is great to see. So for all those that don't know, I mean, live shows was something I was wanting to do for a very long time, and I decided in February, really, that, all right, let's get it off the road, and before you knew it, we were here at the Alex Theatre, so first and foremost, I should actually say, because I forgot to say, but thank you to Sarah Maree Cameron and Ash Hodgson today for the most important part of the show so far. So thank you. How rude of me to not remember straight away. But we had our show here at the Alex Theatre back in March, and it was just such a whirlwind time because I decided within only a few weeks that I wanted to start doing live shows. And I won't name the venue because I might be going there one day, but I reached out to a few venues and they were like, oh, we're not going to do shows unless you've done international acts or you're a big sort of name. And I was like, all right, I'll go fuck myself then. But that's all right because, but 4 months later, we booked out the Sydney Opera House. So it's okay. No, so like I said, I'm just so happy to be back here in Melbourne. So, and as I said, with a home crowd, not only do I have my beautiful mum and my brother Aaron and his beautiful partner Laurie in the crowd tonight. I won't make them stand up, but I've also got my cousin Sarah, who I do actually want to put her hand up. Where are you, Sarah? There we go. Hi, Sarah. Everyone turn, yeah. But, this is the best part about doing a home crowd because I've got some beautiful friends and some longer-term friends. And I also want to give a massive shout-out, just indulge me with this, to my beautiful friend Vanita for her presence that she gave me behind the stage. It's the most beautiful bracelet from Artilia Jewellery in Collins Street, by the way. Shout out to them as well, because Roberto and Maria are in the crowd as well. But it's just so beautiful, so thank you. And also to Grace, I got a little gift bag from Grace, wherever you are, Grace. No? Okay. Was it from Spirit? No, but anyway, let's get into the show, because otherwise you'll fall asleep. But thank you again for coming. Now, as you know, I am a psychic medium. And what I want to be able to do tonight is to give you the one-on-one, in an audience this big, but a one-on-one experience to show you that our loved ones are still around us and that they are watching over us and that you have brought them here tonight. So as much as I would love to be able to connect with everyone, unfortunately, we won't be able to do that. But I will allow Spirit to allow me to go wherever we want. I'm just here to be the medium. Like they're the ones that have got the whole game plan sorted out. So what we're going to do, we're going to channel some messages to provide support, validation, guidance, and clarity from messages from the other side. And I had a bit of a game plan with them behind the scenes because I was like, it's a big crowd. We've got to start at the front. We'll work our way back. Don't be playing around with me. The mezzanine, don't worry if you're up there. The spiritual Wi-Fi is strong, so it doesn't matter where you're sitting.
I love how you like to them, don't worry. They don't have to go anywhere. I'm the one who has to go up there.
I thought there was internal stairs. And now you've got to, yeah, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I think I've got to venture at the back and walk all the way around now because once he gets going, I've got to go with. So,
I'll let you go.
I may be right beside you in memento, okay?
No, all good. But what I would love everybody to do before we begin, please close your eyes and take in one long breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and release. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Like a middle-aged mother. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Thanks. All right. Now, I know Spirit's going to be playing games with me tonight as well, because I love when I have a game planned and they're like, no, it's all up to us. But when I was out the back, up there somewhere, I did have a beautiful male that was with me. And he's kind of got this real cheeky energy, but he says, Dave, my girl is in the crowd. And he says, he was going Mill and Huddy. So there's a reference of maybe a mother in the crowd that has like Mill and Hudson or Millie and Hudson. Oh, perfect, okay. We'll wait for Sarah Maree to come with the microphone.
Oh, Jesus, slow down there, Joel. Oh, my God, I'm here. Where am I going? If you say upstairs, I'll be furious.
Oh, sorry.
There is a lot going on. I thought you would have sorted this out by now, David. I'm going to be honest with you.
Also, when you read a crowd full of white people, you're like, who's John? No,
Fair.
Anyone connect with Joel? So Miller... Oh, perfect, okay. Right behind you.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, that gave me a heart attack because I was like, oh, God, the first reading for the night. We can't even know. Hello, so what's your name?
Hi, my name's Jess.
Hey, Jess.
My children are Miller and Huddy, and my husband's Joel.
Oh, still got it. Not too. I'm so glad you guys laugh as well, because the Gold Coast was not about laughing, and I think Perth was just waking up a little bit, even though it was 5 p.m. But like, anyone else I can bag while I'm here? No, I'll let you go. Hi, Jess. Nice to meet you. Are you by yourself tonight, or who are we with?
I'm with my friend Sarah.
Hi, friend Sarah. Nice to meet you. What we've got, we do have a beautiful older man who was still just stepping forward here. When I say older, he's older than me, but he's still not very an older man. He's not angry at your tattoos, but he's kind of like, oh, but he's like, but I've got, like, I don't know whether he had them or whether there's something about tattoos going on. He says, but you're reading my beautiful girl. So as your father, unfortunately.
Yes, my dad.
Yeah,
Yep.
perfect. He says, I didn't want to interrupt, but he says, because I know you had a game plan, but I had to say hello. So Millie or Miller?
Miller.
Miller.
They share a birthday.
Well, I was going to say, but because there was a reference of a candle, so I was about to wish her a happy birthday, but if they share one, that's what he'll be sort of validating. She's not, I mean, you're not an older lady yourself, but she's not a very old girl. But then there's a reference of like, I'm glad she can still look outside and talk to me. So it's very common for children in general, if we tell them to talk to the sky and talk to heaven and things like that. But he's got a very strong bond of wanting you to know that I'm still looking after the kids, because he does sort of validate that when I passed, everything happened really quick, or it was sort of like I didn't get the proper opportunity to say goodbye. But he says, I want to promise my girl. Do you have a sister, if you don't mind me asking? He's probably referencing your mum then, actually. He says, no. Okay, maybe not your mum. No. Yes. It always turns into a bit of Jerry Springer when we're okay. Yeah, there's just a real validation of like, I don't want to spend all night. Well, you can't spend all night actually, but he just wants to really send love to your children in particular, especially when it comes to Miller, because there's still the validation. How old is she now, if you don't mind me asking?
She's 11.
Oh, she's older than I thought. I would have put her like 6, 7.
He's got 2 other granddaughters.
Nothing against them, but we're focused on yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
That are younger, but yeah.
He's like, they're not here. And I'm like, oh, I don't think they are, no. But he just quickly wanted to blow kisses and say hello. He says, I know that she made the trip coming here. I mean, I don't think he really came that far. I mean, you probably, yeah. But I mean, everyone made the trip, so thank you all for coming. But I've said that about 4 times now. But know that he just wants to say hello. He really does, because he was instantly sort of, even behind the scenes, he was like kind of pushing. He's like, I just want to quickly say hello to my girl, my girl, my girl, my girl. So big kiss to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? No, he's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's this real reference of just being completely at peace, though. So especially because I know, unfortunately, you're able to confirm with me that he did sort of pass quite quickly. And there's sort of the reference there of not, I mean, unfortunately, any spirit crossing over is a tragedy for us in the physical sense. But he sort of has the element of, not tragedy attached to it, in like...
Yeah. He bet cancer, and then suddenly he had it again, and he was gone within 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In January.
He says that he's not fat anymore, but he doesn't look fat anyway.
No.
He's got a good, I mean, he's got a dark humour, which I can appreciate. Yeah.
I'm surprised that's the worst. Yeah.
I think he's got a dog with him as well. I don't know whether that's a family dog or whether he had one when he was younger. I mean, again, white people with dogs, we all have them, but like,
Is it
kind
a
of just ran
colour?
out there.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Now I want Spirit to go back to their game plan because there was a real reference of the front row still, and there's even a stronger gentleman who comes forward. He says, "My daughter's here, Dave. She never met her uncle Stephen." So this is the front row area. Perfect. Literal front row. Perfect.
Coming.
He says, "She knows I got her here. She knows I organised."
These are my friends I made earlier. What's your name?
Janelle.
Janelle.
David and I chatted on Instagram like 2 days ago.
Oh, the volleyball player.
Yeah.
This isn't set up, I promise.
I,
No.
I,
Yes.
I randomly checked the website. I was working and I just thought, let me just have a quick look. And there was 2 front row seats.
And I didn't know the tickets were for sale because that's a
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, but I play beach volleyball in South Melbourne, so I often.
Is that an American accent?
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
God, lucky because I
American.
nearly said like lucky not Canadian. 'Cause
Yes.
Otherwise, I would have known. Yeah.
What have you got against the Canadians?
No, but they hate being called American.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Beautiful. So I'm with my brother Stephen. Yeah. So unfortunately, your father's crossed over as well. Is that correct? Yeah. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry to hear that.
January.
Who's like Jenna?
My sister,
Perfect. And so, what was your name?
Janelle.
Janelle. Okay. Yeah.
It's
Perfect.
also his name, my dad's name. We're both Janelle.
Well, he just says, "Call me Jay."
Yeah.
Does that?
Yeah.
Perfect. He's referencing the American flag, but I mean, yeah, it must be psychic again. Yeah, because he's American.
He's a big Trump supporter as well.
Ah, love him.
So he would be.
I'm going to put it out right in front of 430. No, how many? 490 people. Make America great again. I heard it. Well, it is Melbourne. Everyone has to boo something. No, I love you. I love you. Yeah, because I mean, my American geography is very strong. So there's a validation of your dad sort of taking me to what he calls the Lone Star State, which for me will be Texas. So I don't know whether you're from Texas yourself or whether there's family heritage in Texas, but he's sort of leading me through that whole area. There's also a minor connection where he's sort of moving through the southern states anyway. And there's also kind of a connection with either Georgia or Florida. Does that make sense?
Florida.
What's
is
that
where
about?
We're from. We're from Florida.
You're from Florida.
Yeah.
What's the Texan connection?
I'm not sure. Maybe Steven lived in Texas?
You don't have a connection with Dallas?
No. Not that I can think of.
Can you just pretend you do? No, that's all good. No, it's fine. Because, like, I know he mentioned that you never got to meet my brother. He's just, I love your dad. I mean, he's just got like the most, this is a real American thing, but he's got the most beautiful blue eyes. Like, I say that every American seems to say, what color are your eyes? They better be blue. Yeah.
I can confirm they are beautiful and blue.
Yeah. He does unfortunately validate passing from cancer or the spread within at the same time. Now, I can't really breathe, so whether there's things going on with the chest areas, but it's all sort of through here. Lung, yeah, okay. He says that he didn't smoke, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Yes, they all do when they say that. And he says, you know, it's not about me, Dave, because I never want my girls to ever think, even when your dad was unwell, there's this real element of but it's not about me. All I care about is are they okay? What's going on in their lives? I don't want to talk about my illness. I don't, and it's not it's sort of this protection for me at the same time, because it's I'm not afraid of what's going on, but I just don't want them to have to go through it. He says that he does love your mum, but don't tell her he said that. So I don't know whether they're separated or, yeah, okay, perfect. When Spirit says that, it's always a symbol for we love him, but yeah.
She's not watching the feed right now, is she?
And he does reference being with, it is an American reference as well, but he's referencing Marilyn Monroe. So, he might actually be with Marilyn Monroe, don't I? Maybe you tell your mum. One up her. No, it's all good. No, not literally one up. Oh my God. I mean to one up her. No.
His mum's name was Marilyn.
So what, sorry?
His mum's name was Marilyn.
Your grandmother's Marilyn.
We never met her. She gave him up for adoption when he was really young.
Oh,
So
well, there you go. Because there is a reference of connecting with, like he's referencing Marilyn Monroe, yes, but it's, yeah, okay. He does reference a sort of well, he's referencing the Brady Bunch for me, which is also when the families come together, but it's, so that can be like, again, like parents and things like that at the same time. He wants to know when the wedding is. Have I just ruined a surprise?
February 26th.
Oh, you're engaged?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Because there's a ring on your finger again. Must be psychic. Okay. And he has validated that you have talked about putting something on the bouquet that represents me, or there's an element of the picture, and I'm going to walk her down the aisle still. Because he's referencing cufflinks as well. So I don't know whether that's for you or...
You're going to do that now, aren't you? Okay?
Yeah, you have to now. Yeah.
He'll get the order in tonight.
So you've talked about putting like his picture on the flowers?
I bought you can, for the flowers, buy a little keychain with his picture on it.
Perfect.
It's on my bouquet.
Perfect. Know that he does. No, not only that he knows about that, but you are doing it for him. And he says you don't have to go back yet. So that can also be the United States. Now, I know obviously you probably plan to be in Australia for a bit, but there's sort of a reference of going back and forth anyway. I've got you living here for the foreseeable future, though. So I don't know what you're sort of planning, but everyone up here is kind of keeping you in Australia for now. Is that okay?
I have a younger sister and brother back home, so I'm just always worried.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. There is a reference of filling out paperwork as well, which I don't doubt that can also be like, I don't even know, but like sometimes visas or like PR, citizenship, things like that. He says it's just something to think about. And was Dad in the military? Because there's also like there's saluting going on here.
Dad was in the military.
His dad, your grandfather.
My grandfather,
Okay.
who I also never met. Yeah, he lived on a lot of military bases.
Okay, perfect. There's just the element of saluting, which is obviously military. It's kind of like he's starstruck. I mean, not by me, but like just by being in front of a crowd. Because he's sort of like looking at me, I'm like, and he's like, oh, it's all right. Because he's so humble. Like he's got that real sort of masculine yet nice kind of guy vibe to him. And now he's kind of trying to play up because he's like, no, I can do it. But he says, my favorite memories are just when we're together or when we're able to be out of our comfort zone. So it's sort of like conversations that you have with him, yes, but it's also like even like, I don't know whether he ever came to Australia or not, but there's a reference of like when I travel with my girl. So you don't have to sort of go into detail about what that is, but it can be family holidays and things like that because he's sort of validating the time that we're able to actually have proper conversations. He says, because I hold that to my heart. Because it's unfortunately quite recent that he crossed over. When did he unfortunately cross over?
January.
Oh, January as well. Okay. So what I forgot to mention, actually, even though it is a beautiful big crowd tonight, Spirit will actually piggyback and kind of do a game plan where the messages can be very similar, or even as I'm reading Janelle, like there may be things that I will say to her or to even the beautiful Jess, where you might be like, oh, that sounds so much like my mum, or that sounds so much like my dad. Know that it is, because the whole reason that they've got you here is to be sort of one big family together. So even though I may be reading a lot of different people, if the messages still hit home to you or you can feel that emotional bond with them, know that is your loved one. One-on-ones are obviously very different, but they've all brought you here for a reason. So just know that, because there's a lot of similarities with the father that passed in January. I always have a list of things I want to talk about at the start, and then I just get out. I'm like, oh. So, thanks. Glad I invited you. You're being good love. So just please pass on love to my kids as well. So that would obviously, because I know you mentioned you had he mentioned your daughter, but not your daughter. I said that without thinking. So,
No, my sister.
Yeah, but I said your daughter without thinking. So, not now, don't stress, but like,
Not yet.
yeah.
The fiance just went, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
My sister has a daughter. I'm thinking maybe he's talking about her.
Yeah, I'll say yes. I still think it could be yours one day, but no. No, dude, he's just blowing massive kisses. And even at the same time, he's like, don't get a tattoo, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. So it's sort of like, it's all right if you have them, but it's like, don't get any more. Like, and he says, oh, he's playing like matchmaker with me. He's like, you should catch up with with her for a coffee. He knows I like Americans. But yeah, please, and like Shirl,
Shirley is my grandma.
other grandmother,
Other on
mum's
my
mum,
mom's side.
mum's mum, perfect. Know that she's also making her presence clear as well. You brought forward like a big crowd. And he says, don't worry about work. Everything changes, everything moves. So you don't ever feel stuck on anything or don't feel like we can't make change, because by the time you get into next year, it's sort of like brand new, don't worry. Like, did you ever, like in front of everyone, but did you have a question about work? Because he puts a red question mark. Like, keep it not as broad as you want, but what are you where are you at with work at the moment?
My contract ends in June, and we
Oh,
really
yeah, we
want to
can
move
change in way before then anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
It's not a bad thing. Like, it's because there's the option of making it your choice, but it's like, there's change before June, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't know when or what or how, but like, just be on it. Yeah, but and no, yeah, he very much is, because there's a reference of holding hands, so he's very thankful that you've found each other, and he really does appreciate the element of the man that he's. He says the man that he's become and becoming. So know just how much your dad loves the relationship bond between you both. And even then, he actually kissed his fingers and put it on the middle of your forehead, which is usually what fathers in spirit will do for their sons. So take that as validation. You're my son. Thank you.
Can I just take this time to remind everyone to put their phones on silent? Because during that little chitter chatter, somebody in the front row got a Snapchat and another person's alarm went off.
What was the message because I heard it the other day, it's like your boss is.
Yeah, it said, hey, boss.
I was like, that
Where's
will
their phone
be
from?
relevant.
Indonesia?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. I haven't heard that until I'm travelling. Who had that? Siri went off and said, hey, boss. They don't want to fess up to it. We heard it. Anyway, just if you can, just try and turn your phones on silent or do not disturb.
But what I should also mention, you're more than welcome to film at any point as well. So even if it's on silent, feel free to take pictures and film and tag me, because it's free marketing. So, and,
just get his good side, yeah?
Yeah. Just what's that? Like straight ahead.
So Turn around, show him. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, so you are more than welcome to have your phones out. If you are filming the crowd, just be mindful about people's faces and stuff. But I mean, like, I'm going to film you all later on anyway, so don't worry. Okay, now, as I was... what's this one? There's like there's a young boy who's just stepped out. And he's not very old at all. But he says, Dave, I'm tall now. I'm a big boy now. And he says, my mum... He's referencing Superman. He's just dressed up as Superman. He's referencing an American connection again, but you're not American. It's something to do with him. If I say Ronald Reagan, does that make sense? Reagan?
Reagan.
Reagan, that's him? Perfect. Okay. Whew. He says sort of like she didn't think that I would be here, but but like he says he says that's why I got you to tell everyone, Dave, that we all come here because we're all connecting. I love your son. He says that I never got to talk to her. So unfortunately, he was very young when he crossed over, because there's not the element of being able to communicate. Well, just like he said, he's a big boy now. He does validate that Superman does represent him as well. So if you ever see any Superman, like figurines or Superman's on TV, take that as a symbol from Regan.
On his headstone, my son, who's now 13 at the time, he was 4 and he wanted to put on the headstone Superman has nothing on us so that our family's connected and the next one being Superman.
Perfect.
So we have Superman on his headstone.
Perfect. Is there an actual Superman is on the headstone though. Okay, because he's also referencing it looks like a soft toy, but not really.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is.
Anytime we're anywhere shopping, me or the children
But it's a
even
Superman.
friends, anything that's Superman, we will be like, they've got to buy it. That's Superman, we have to get that.
Know that he acknowledges that because he loves it. Because even when I closed my eyes and I didn't know where I was necessarily going, but I had this 13. Okay, yeah, because he kind of looked like 5'6" to me, but he came out in a Superman outfit, going like this.
Yeah. That's what the Superman's
um,
like on the headstone.
And he does reference his siblings, but I think you mentioned that you had children.
Yes.
Log, L-O-G.
Yeah, Logan.
Okay. It's like, did you call your child a log?
No.
Logan.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. What he's doing me is just showing me all his siblings lined up. I mean, this is the thing, and there's a reference of he's got a very strong mother energy with him. It's not a grandmother for you though, because she's younger, and it's obviously not you because hello, but he's referencing Paris Hilton, which I have no idea why, unless you can connect with Paris or Hilton. But if you can't, again, don't worry. I don't even know where we're going with that. What's
Not Kate.
he's referencing Catherine.
Catherine, that's
Where
my
does that
auntie.
connect?
That's my auntie.
In
It's
spirit.
my mum's sister, yes.
Perfect. Okay, know that he's connected with Catherine or Kate. Kate?
Yeah.
Kathy?
Yeah.
Catherine?
Yeah.
Kathy Hilton? Maybe that's fine.
No.
Again, be like, that's it? Okay. And she unfortunately had cancer, is that correct? Because there's a reference of issues with the chest, but there's a reference of passing really quickly again, because it's sort of like people don't really know what happened.
No, we don't. She went to hospital on the Wednesday and passed on the Sunday. It was very, very quick. We don't know what happened.
I know there's no way we can validate it now, but
Yeah.
there is sort of an element of also the internal spread. So
Yeah.
at the same time, there's also a minor connection with sepsis. But if she's in hospital, they probably would have known that anyway, or they would be able to maybe do sort of tests to sort of realize that that is happening. It's not a warning, because if spirit ever brings up health, it's not saying that it's a warning. It's usually something that we know someone's unfortunately already crossed over from, or things that we know that are going on Earth side. She does sort of take me straight into the abdominal area though, and it's like whether it's a thing within the family, and again, it's not a warning, but like my ovaries are sore, and also kind of. I had the same problem in Perth. It's 2024. I could have ovaries. Like, you don't know.
My daughter currently she's 11 and she's having stomach issues that we're seeing at the children's for.
You're taking her to the hospital
Yeah,
for? Okay.
yeah,
Well, know
that's
that
my
your
daughter.
auntie is looking after her during that.
Yeah, okay.
She is unfortunately maybe going to have an operation. That's certainly the thing. Now,
Yeah.
oh God, how long do we have? Because I could explain this in some ways. I'll see. So I'm a very strong believer, and it's all energy. You know, this is the thing. So anything within the body that can sometimes be ancestral emotional blockages or things that we haven't processed ourselves. If we don't work on energetically clearing it or unblocking it or healing it, it can sort of manifest itself into the physical. Now, understandably, with a young girl, it's nothing that she's necessarily done throughout her journey, but there's sort of the element of like clearing the woman, if that makes sense. So that's why. So when we reference sort of stomach issues going on with her, was it to do with reproductive health? Because there's also because there's something also going on with the bladder.
Yes.
Oh, you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah.
What's that about, if you don't mind me asking?
We're still doing testing, but like.
Yeah. It was, yeah. How about I tell you?
Like,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
draining. It's like
Dramatic about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
with her hymen and everything, it needs to be pierced to actually
drain
drain
blood.
blood. It's building up
Oh.
in her
Yeah.
body.
So there's no drainage hole. So It's her uterus is filling with blood, and so it's starting to drain out. It's very, very painful.
It sounds painful.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, it sounds silly, but they just don't want you to worry about it.
Yeah, no.
Like, good. I mean,
It's
I'm glad.
a really quick, easy fix.
Good, because it's stressful. I mean, when anything happens to our kids, of course it's stressful, but everyone there's like, no, don't stress, don't stress. And then there's a reference to the bladder. She is unfortunately going to be quite prone to UTIs at the same time. Oh, she might already be having that already, of course, because 11-year-olds can. But they're just working on clearing that at the same time. So know that, and her brother's completely just, he's wrapped up the whole family. Where's the Disney tattoo that you've got? What does that say?
It says Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind or forgotten.
Is that a Disney thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
great.
Lilo and Stitch.
From Lilo and Stitch. Okay.
Yeah, that's also on his headstone.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it sounds silly, but there's a reference of the Mickey Mouse, but then,
Yeah.
like, he puts it on your head.
I'm obsessed with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, because he puts it on your head, and I was like, "There's no Mickey Mouse tattoo on the head." Okay. So it's just a reference of the tattoo that you have that's Disney. Perfect. Know that he validates that, and especially for the family. Please send my love to my dad. His love to his dad. See the M? Mark?
Luke.
Maluk? No, all good. Can you connect with the Mark? Can you pretend you can connect with the Mark? No, that's all good. Yeah, from everyone. I just love your son. He's very sweet. And it's a real reference because he's referencing being the superhero for all the parents in the crowd that have unfortunately lost children. So I don't doubt that they're already here. And I don't doubt some of them could also still make their presence clear. But yeah, this massive yes. Thank you. I'm so paranoid about my phone going off. I don't know. I keep wanting to check. All right.
I mean, you weren't too far away. There's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, just the standard Bible names. So close. Hey, how are your ovaries feeling?
Better.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I had the same problem in Perth.
What, ovulating?
Yes, actually it was. Yeah, because it's all energy. This is the thing. So even though I maybe don't have the anatomy, is that the word?
You have anatomy. You are a person.
But not like ovaries. Like I can still
You don't have
feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything I feel comes from spirit. So
You can feel it in your waters.
feel it
I
literally.
love that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'd love to see you menstruate. See how you handle a cycle. Especially in white pants as well.
Just like. All right. So what's the dads coming forward today? There's so many fathers. This really.
Dads or daddies coming
Daddies.
forward,
Oh, yeah.
He is single, everyone. So, we just like to get that out in the room. You know what I'm saying?
We're through here again. So at the front, I promise, like I said, guys, we will get up there. They're referencing an original client of mine, and I know that she's not in the crowd because she doesn't live here. But I'm just going to ask: is Kayleen? Oh, hi, Kayleen. Okay, and we are at the front. Perfect. Hi, Kayleen. How you doing?
Hi.
Who are you? Are you by yourself today, or? Hello, daughter. Don't tell me your name. I'll let's see where we go. He says, because I had the best years of my life with Kayleen. So has your husband unfortunately crossed over?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah, he did.
I'm so sorry. Please know that he's making, and this would be your dad. He's bringing forward a lot of people with him because there's also a validation of either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. So I don't know whether that's symbolic at all, but he's showing me fireworks going off. Usually that can be anniversaries of passing or birthdays. It's not the actual anniversary, the celebration itself, but if you can't connect with that instantly, don't worry. There's this sort of spirit bringing that up. There's also a reference of your mum's unfortunately crossed as well.
Yeah.
She's bringing forward a son. So this would be a brother of yours. Have you unfortunately lost two brothers?
Yep.
Three? Two.
Two.
It's not a warning either if you have three, don't stress. Yeah, because mum's is also bring. Where's he's referencing Tony Abbott, not Tony. Oh, perfect. Okay. Not Tony Abbott. So who's Jade?
Tony J.
That's your middle name?
Hyphenated.
You're Tony Jade.
I'm
Oh,
Tony
perfect. Okay. Oh, we have to cut that. Okay. Oh, well, we didn't have to, but, Spirit was clapping that. He says, I don't know why they're shocked, Dave. I do things around the home the whole time. There's also a reference of, especially when, also with you, Kayleen, because he says, don't be a nervous driver. So it's sort of like when you're in the car, he's like, it's all electronic now with modern cars anyway, but there's something about changing the radio station. So I don't know whether either of you has driven and then the radio station literally just turns off, or whether the station's just changed. But he's referencing turning the dial, but I can't imagine you've got a dial car anymore. But it's more so, he says, I want to, oh, that sounds bad, but he says, I want to scare them while they're driving. Hopefully at the traffic lights. Just don't be surprised. I mean, I would love to say tonight, but it might not be tonight. But don't be surprised if either of you are driving soon and the radio station changes. Don't tell me his name, but he's referencing a few people within my family. What's the first letter of Dad's name?
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
A, T, or D.
Yep.
He had a nickname.
He says your friend's in the crowd. You don't know anyone else here tonight, do you?
I do. Tyler.
His name's not Tyler, though. Oh, he's my friend in the crowd. I don't know. Well, it's not Ash either.
No.
Anthony.
He said Dickie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
So I've got a friend Richard in the crowd. Well, is he Richard as well?
No.
No, because he didn't say R anyway. Okay, don't worry. Dickie. Yeah, that's very clever, actually.
That was his nickname because he was the only boy. He had four sisters.
Okay.
So it was a bit of a.
He says, I don't want time with them. Nothing against the sisters, but he's like, no, I don't like, he's got a big smile on his face, but he's like, no, it's about them.
I love that.
Not that they've caused issues, but let's actually get into the goss. How's the sisters? Because Dickie's a bit like, oh, I don't know. But he's like, I love them, but he's also like, they're giving him the shits in spirit. So there's something that they're doing at the moment. And it's not to do with the estate or anything like that, but it's sort of like, I want them, it's not that they don't speak nice about me, but it's like, I just want them to speak nice. And with four sisters, I mean, again, you don't need to be psyched. There's probably one who's been a pain in the ass. But he validates the element of love for them, but don't be, just a yes or a no, because I don't want you to tell me anything, but have, more so with you, Kayleen. Yep. How have they been with you since he crossed?
We've had some issues.
I like how you're like, we've had some issues. Yeah.
I don't associate with them anymore unless I have to.
No, spill the tea. We all want to know. Yep. No, sorry. No, because he goes like that, so he's just blocking it. So it's more the element of he just realises that with the sisters there has been the element of sort of tension. It's not necessarily bad. I mean, it's not great either, but it's not shitty either. It's not like family fighting or anything like that.
No.
He unfortunately had cancer as well. It's not brain, but what did someone have a stroke? There's a man holding a beer. That's a brother. I don't think it's your dad, but where's the tall man that had a gingery beard? If you can't connect instantly, don't stress. I'll work out where we're going with that. There's just a man come forward holding a beard with a real gingery beard. It's like Queensland Santa.
Could be my brother.
Right. Anyone from Queensland? No, it's say yes. Okay. Yeah, no, he's just chilled. But it's more so the validation. It's like, I just don't want them to stop talking to me. Don't stop talking. I hear. Looking after all the kids within the family as well. And mum's validating being with her boys again, which are going to be your sons. I just want to, your brothers, pardon me. I just want to go back into the element, because again, there's a connection with either with the beautiful lady that I was reading over here, with either a stillborn or another child that died very young, because there's a reference of, I didn't get to meet my niece, and he's looking directly at you. So I don't know whether you had an uncle that passed when you were quite young or before, Because reference are passing on the same day. Does that make sense?
That I was born.
Possibly, unless...
Coco. Brian.
Yeah, like someone who died around the same time you were coming. Who was that, if you don't mind me asking?
His name was, it was my dad's uncle. So my dad's uncle, and he was very, very close with him, and I was one of the last people to see him, Mum, remember? I was a newborn.
Okay,
And
yeah,
Dad was very close with him.
perfect. Know that they're together. It's a
Yeah.
reference of, again, looking at Kayleen like my sister, though, but it's element of, like, I guess,
okay.
niece-in-law.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has to be, like, coming into the world when I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So just know that Dad's very connected with him again as well.
Okay.
Again, we're going back, not a very long time, but like a while. Yeah, but from, the massive kiss. Again, everyone's kissing tonight. I love it. Not me. I mean, they're not kissing me. They can kiss you. They're welcome to. I did a podcast episode on spirits kissing. But from everyone, especially your beautiful dad and husband, massive kiss. Thank you.
No one look, his fly fell down. Got excited connecting with Dickie, obviously. So who can blame him?
I think
Sounds like
it
a ripper bloke.
Like naturally falls down. As my grandmother would say, always optimistic. All right. There's a lady in my head. She goes, "Oh, just let her know Auntie Pearl wants to say hello." She goes, "I don't want to, but Dorothy's here too. Can anyone connect with Pearl and Dorothy?"
Just a Dorothy.
Hold on a little second then.
Okay.
Because it's two ladies coming forward together. Let me see what else I get here. No, they've moved on. Great. All right.
Okay. Okay.
It's like just putting me on the spot. Breast cancer with Pearl the Pearl? Well, the Pearl? Shell the Pearl? Oh, yes. No, okay. Oh, okay. That will be it.
Where were you before I walked back there?
Yeah.
Pass the mic down.
Yeah. Dorothy looks at you more like a mother than an auntie. Like, it's a very protective energy from spirit. Are they on different sides of the family?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's perfect. It's them because they're referencing coming forward on both sides for me. So this is like mum's side, dad's side. So now I've made like Pearl really not embarrassed, but she's like, "Oh, I just wanted to say hello," and I'm like, "Well, you've got the chance now." Like,
Keep speaking.
and she says, "You're talking to the natural medium. She can do it." What's your name? Sorry, I didn't even
It's
ask.
Penny.
Penny. Nice to meet you, Penny.
Nice to meet you.
You are a natural medium according to spirit. Don't put me out of a job yet. But like, AI will anyway, probably. Can it? I don't know if it can, actually. I might have the one job that's actually safe. It's so funny. Like, there's 490 people, and now they're like shy. They're like, "I just wanted to say hello to her. We're just coming." So they do know each other, though. That's an interesting thing, because even though they're different sides of the family, they have actually come forward, sort of like linking arms or holding hands. It's again not. Oh, here we go. It's not a warning. Get checked. Like, as anyone in the, I mean, unfortunately, it is very common anyway. But where's breast cancer in the family?
Both of them, actually.
Oh, they both had it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's actually, I think we said that before, didn't we? Actually, something about breast cancer.
Yeah, you
Okay.
did.
So it's again not a warning. It's just because there's sort of the validation of obviously it being within the family circle. Are they both biological aunties for you? Because it feels like one may be married in. Unless there is another one that married in that also had breast cancer.
One married in.
Okay. Pearl.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, good. I had a 50% chance.
I'm still impressed.
Yeah. No, because Pearl, she put a ring on my finger. It means that she married you. So genetically, obviously, that doesn't impact, but obviously with Dorothy, it does. So she's just referencing keeping on top of it or keep check. Sorry, who did you come with today?
My friend Carly.
Hi, Carly. Sorry, it's so rude of me not to say hi. Yeah, so just keep on top of that as well, because it's not a warning like we say, but they're sort of referencing through there. Now, I don't know whether you've had tenderness or lumps through there, but they're instantly removing the element of like, don't stress, don't stress, don't stress, let's get it checked out. So if you haven't had that already, it may come up. And when I say may, it's like it would have to be over the next 12 months. So they're just sort of validating being the angels. It's again why in some ways Dorothy really does look like the mother energy in spirit, because she's just got this very strong protective vibe over the top. And she says, I just wanted to say hello. We just wanted to say hello. There's a reference of like, why are you not going away for Christmas? Which I mean, I don't know whether that's like whether you wanted to or not, but they're like, why are we not going? Where were you wanting to go?
We normally go away for Christmas, but my dad's got dementia. So
Okay.
we normally go as a big family, but we're not sure this year.
Okay.
So we want to go, but we just want to see how it is.
Pearl actually connects with that. So is Pearl on Dad's side of the family? Yeah. Okay. I feel like it will be okay. Like, understandably, it's a very sensitive moment. Unfortunately, with Dad, it's sort of like, and I mean this with all respect, but it was sort of like everything was fine until it wasn't. Like, it went sort of bang. How's his mobility? Because I'm getting very stiff through the legs as well. So just keep on mind. I mean, he's over the age of 30, so we all feel it. But like, just keep on top of like, especially the left-hand side with Dad. Has he ever had any operations or anything on that side? It's not a warning, like we said, but it's my whole left leg has actually got pins and needles.
He's got a bad knee.
Left side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We knock that back in. Yeah. Do the Christmas. Yeah, because they're referencing that they'll look after him. So don't feel like you can't go to Christmas, people. Thank you. All right.